All right, first and foremost, I'd like to start off by saying, Call Halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akakwadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. All right, here's another video. It's based off an article. But before I read the article and get into the article, I'm going to start off with the scripture right here in Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Now, a decree is a law, okay, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, okay, which prescribed, pre-written, okay, which these are bureaucrats, and that's the title of the article about bureaucrats, which the word bureaucracy goes to death rule, okay. It goes into the when you go into the word bureaucracy, you're dealing with death rule, okay. And what happens is these decrees that are being decreed from the rule of the death, so to speak, all right, is causing grievousness, okay? And ultimately, the scriptures say, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. And it's talking about you politicians, you ones that write these laws, you lawmakers, okay? Because you're actually writing laws, okay, that's having effect on your citizens, okay? And it's going to lead to a revolt, ultimately. Um, Now, let's start here. We can give you an example. As you should know if you're in the know with this C-19 madness. Um, Over there in Austria, what are they doing? They're locking down the unvaccinated, you know. So there's a protest, okay? There's a revolt. As you see this on the screen. You see a picture. Like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. You have a multitude of people, all right, and they're revolting, and you see their language looks like it's German, but you know. Um, As you can see, it says fury over lockdowns. Global markets are reeling in the wake of more lockdowns and threats of them. Yeah, because people are dealing with the uncertainty. You got this new variant that Esau Edom. He will continue to push these things because now this crisis is here to stay, so to speak. It says the economist notes. The economist notes. Now, before I'll source this article, it was written November 27th, which was yesterday, the year 2021, and it's written by Mike Shedlock via Mishtalk. Okay, and it says revolt against mandatory vaccinations, and it says the sight of 40,000 unvaccinated Austrians marching through their capital, Vienna, in recent days was troubling twice over. The tightly packed opponents of lockdown measures were at risk of spreading the virus. They also threatened to stir up an already tense political situation. Karl Nehammer, Austria's interior minister, warned that anti-vaxxers in the Alpine Republic are growing more radicalized. He called the demonstrations mood incensed and aggressive. Some protesters were extremely provocative, carrying place cards likening Alexander Schallenberg, Austria new chancellor, to Joseph Mengele, the sadistic physician at the Nazi concentration camp in Auschwitz. The protesters were marching against Austria's, yeah, Austria, Austria's increasingly tough measures against anti-vaxxers. On November 22nd, the government imposed a full lockdown once again to last for at least 10 days. That compels Austria's 9 million people to hunker down at home, leaving only for work, essential shopping, and exercise. Austria is also the first Western democracy to make C-19 mandatory vaccination mandatory for all, starting on February 1st, 2022. For a long time, maybe too long, I and others assumed that it must be possible to convince people in Austria to get vaccinated voluntarily, said Mr. Schellenberg when he announced his very difficult decision, which it wasn't a difficult decision. This is part of these devil's agenda. Now this is something from the Washington Post. It says the Washington Post paywall reports, "We let our guard down. We let our guard down. Frustrated Europeans head into second pandemic winter. Life was finally starting to feel normal. An online flyer for an October party in this Belgian beach town cursed the virus, and it and invited people to dance and drink again to get your clacker back from the attic and kick off carnival season. Hundreds attended that event and another carnival party the next night. Most of the town is vaccinated and people were required to show proof or a recent negative test to enter, but it wasn't enough. The virus case spiked the week after officials worried about pressure in the local hospitals, and soon the town found itself under semi-lockdown once more. As Americans catch up with family and friends this weekend, I mean, this weekend, this past weekend, with some trepidation about enduring risks, Europeans is facing another wave of the virus and a gloomy, frustrating second pandemic winter. Yeah, because Esau, man, he's not going to let up off of his agenda that he's pushing. Um, and this is another headline. CNBC reports Belgium confirms case of new highly mutated variant. Okay, goes into the I forgot what the name of this variant is, but that one brother had pointed out it goes back to a movie came out in the 60s or 50s. It came out years ago. Man, these devils, man. All right. All right, this is what I wanted to read. It says new lockdowns and restrictions. Slovakia declared a 2-week lockdown on Wednesday. People can leave home for a limited number of reasons, including buying groceries, going to work and to school, and getting vaccinated. And starting next week, all workers will have to show proof they've been vaccinated, recovered from the virus, or had a recently negative test. Austria imposed a lockdown that will last at least 10 days and up to 20. The Netherlands ordered bars and restaurants to close at 8 p.m. Belgium has mandated that all but essential employees work from home 4 days a week. Belgium also reinstituted an indoor mask mandate this month. Merkel pushed for a German lockdown as its death toll passed 100,000. The UK halted flights from 6 countries in the region, and European Union member states have collectively agreed to pause travel to and from South Africa. Singapore banned flights from Southern Africa. Japan is increasing border controls for travelers from the region. Italy requires proof of vaccinations or recovery for access to many parts of public life. Vaccinations restrictions uh, come into effect December 6th and last until January 15th. So this is what's going over there in they call it the EU zone. Um, it's a lot of stuff going down. Okay. Now let's bring these precepts out real quick. Of course, you have Second Ezra 9 and 3. It says let's start at 1. It says he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even the beginning. Okay, so we're seeing these tokens, we're seeing these signs that are in the world. Proverbs 29:2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's what's happening over in the European common market, or those European countries, which they're part of the system of the beast. Okay, um, you're seeing the people revolting. All right, so the signs are here, and the lockdowns, people are fearing these new lockdowns that's coming, and the new tyranny that Esau Edom is going to have the opportunity, okay, to use with these this new variant. Just stay tuned. We're watching as well as praying, like the scriptures say, because we're in that time. But with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, call Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Until the next episode, Shalom.